Oh, hey everybody. Welcome back to the Tactical Perspective Toy Review. I am the Crusty Old Crow. This is my show that I do on G.I. Joe Classified. Oh, jeez, I gotta turn that off. So I was in a real system of the down kick this morning and blasting them on the radio when I was bouncing around and from Walmart to Walmart searching for where the Joe deals are, and just wanted to show you guys kind of what we have available up in Canada in my region of Ottawa. It's not a lot when you go to Walmart's, and that's a bone of contention with a lot of us, considering how many exclusives they get, and that they're definitely directing you to do it all online. And I'm an old-fashioned guy. Oh my gosh, I'm not even wearing the right hat today. I'm an old-fashioned guy, and I prefer going to a store and looking at the items on the shelf and having a selection before me. And it's just not the same when you do online shopping, I find. It's just, it's a lot of pictures and best guess, but when you get the products in your hand, there's just this, the French call it the je ne sais quoi, something I cannot describe. So, hey guys, what are we talking about today? Well guys, let's declutter this and show you that we got Ripper finally. He did show up late to the game. Long flight for Ripper, clearly. But I tried to be patient, and my patience paid off, and they didn't get the GameStop call today. I was actually there picking up a couple of things for someone who I've been talking to that was doing me a solid, so I figured I'd do him a solid, and I managed to grab him a couple of figures from the GameStop. I know I didn't do a video on GameStop, guys. It's just that I deal with them a couple times a week, and just going in and see what they got. And I don't want to make those too uncomfortable, and I think they might be the uncomfortable types if I were to record in their store. I don't know. But yeah, so got those for him. And sure enough, my Ripper was in. So, guys, I'll talk a little bit about some stuff that's been going on in the comments today, and I do have Buzzer here as an example of some things that I'm talking about, and you can see he's getting a little rickety. But you notice I don't put my Buzzer with glasses on anymore. But here we've got our vainglorious Ripper, the subject of the show today. And we're gonna center him a little better. There we go. Guys, first impressions, they were validated on just what I had heard about the hype, seen that I liked. And today, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of Ripper hype video, guys. Sorry if you disagreed, if you had quality control issues, but I'm still exploring mine. There's a couple little things that I would like corrected, but there's a few great things on here, and I might even discover a few things I didn't notice before while I do my head-to-toe inspection and give you that play grade, tack grade that I do. But before I do, guys, just don't forget, you could toss a coin and you could decide whether to like this channel or not. You go ahead and let me know the results. And then don't be afraid to subscribe and join our Murderer Crows, and I'll tell you about the contest I'm doing and how I've dialed it down. But you can get those notifications, and then just like Pogs, you can collect my videos, stack them high and knock them over. I don't care what you do, but just come join us over at this Murderer Crows, because guys, I'm taking it down from a 500 contest to a 350, because I'm just sitting at 150 right now. And I changed the boundaries on this a little bit. It's a contest that we're going to grow, which means the prize pool is going to grow a little bit with little things added here and there. But I talked to you about the Joe drawings I've done. I've added to that. I've gotten a couple subscriber suggestions, and I've done a couple of those. And I'm working on the one from Riley right now, which was Snow Serpents. But I am going to add a figure to that prize pool. You're going to get a figure and the drawings, which are perfect coaster size. They really are, and bookmark size if you fold them in half. But you'll get that, and then you can say you had something unique that the Crow sent you. And then once we have the 350 contest, we'll set the next milestone, which will probably be the 500, okay? I'm not in a rush to grow this channel, and I realized when I set 500, I was like, no, these guys they deserve a prize sooner, especially you old schoolers that have been here since the beginning, listening to me drone on about this stuff. So 350 is the objective. So start sharing it, start spreading the word, and those of you just visiting, Visit no longer. Come join us, and you'll have to be a subscriber to get entered into this contest. And once we hit that 350, I will come up with a fun little contest in my fun way, and you guys will bid it, and somebody's going to win a prize package. Okay, enough about that. Let's talk about Ripper today. Oh my goodness, yes. But you know me, I have ADD. I'll probably talk about a couple other things. We're going to put Buzzer off to the side. It's not his time to cite any examples yet. Let's have a look at that box, ladies and gentlemen. I always say ladies because who knows, your wife could be in the room, and I want to be respectful. All right, so we've got number 102 in the series, Ripper, and we got that QR code with all of his qualifications or primary combat functions as I've known them in my career. You guys saw that I did a video, or maybe you didn't see, where I actually scanned the QR code, and it's just marketing. It's not anything to actually do with the Ripper character. There's no file card at the end of that very enticing tunnel. So, you know, Hasbro recommends you do it, but I say your time's more valuable than that. You should be just appreciating that box art a little bit more. Our boy is looking good, and I didn't actually... This one is a similar kind of scene to Buzzer, where it's the rock band in the bar scenario, and he's got that chopper in the background. Are there any Easter eggs in there? Just the poster, eh? There is a poster about some sort of Cobra facility or event coming up, and then a lot of purple drinks. Oh dear. All right, so if you guys are playing the Crow game, it's a shot every time I drop something. It's 2 shots when a figure hits the ground, okay? And then it's... Yeah, well, you guys can develop the rest of the rules from there, but that's the ones I'm thinking of. On the back, you got that digital render of what you're getting with that character. You're getting Buzzer himself, or sorry, Ripper himself, looking as nasty. And I have so many opinions on that figure. And then he's got his little accessories on there, that chest harness, and these spikes, man. When you're handling this figure, I'm going to tell you, while you're trying to fit things in his hand, and you put your fingertips on there, if you're like me and you wear your fingers to the nub daily, you're going to feel those spikes. So just be careful how you handle old Ripper here. And you'll see that he's got those jaws of life. And, you know, guys, I heard a lot of hype about those. A lot of guys were looking forward to that. And your old Crow was going... I don't know, it looks kind of like an over-exaggerated Star Wars set. Remembering I never had Ripper as a kid, so... he's got this converted, it almost seems like the traditional Joe-style Deke cartoon or whatever cartoon, Subbo rifle, but it also looks like it might be part of the... Fabric National series, and it's got a mag, so it's hardpoint AM. It doesn't look like a battery, it looks like a mag. That's that modified side art, you know, what's that show, Forged in Fire, or yeah, something like that. He's submitted his gun and knife as one set in one place, and then he's got a really good close combat knife there, and that rifle does clip onto the back. They wanted you to notice his tattoos, and they wanted you to notice his sunglasses and how they sit on his head over his ears and all that stuff on that package. Traditional legal gobbledygook, wasting my time and yours, and that's pretty much the box, guys. What do you get inside? Well, you get your standard Pelican case, which of course says number 102, and I'm going to show it one last time because, gentlemen, these are on their way out. We're going to lose these. No, this was something I liked about how they packaged up their accessories for the characters. Is that upside right? I don't have my glass. I do have my glass. There we go. There we go. Dreadnok Ripper. And then you got that beautiful box art coffin that he lays in while he gets shipped across the borders through multiple time zones and climates and freezes to death. And that was present when I opened them up. That was one stiff mother. Holy cow, is he ever stiff. I had to give him a good old soak in the Joe hot tub. When I talk about the Joe hot tub, I talk about a simple container of boiling hot water, and I just let those knees and elbows all sit. And he soaked for about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, and then I just worked the joints, and he was so much better for it. And if he was the kind of guy that would say thank you, he wouldn't, but he pissed in the hot tub and he left. But we're gonna do this head-to-toe inspection, and guys, I opened them up. I had a quick tertiary glance, and then I was like, no, I gotta shoot. So I might still discover a couple things as we go, and there might be stuff I don't necessarily mention in this video because I didn't notice it right away. But we are dealing with I guess this would be the Salvador Dali persistence of time. I mean, like, this is, if I'm thinking Dreadnok best sculpt, this would be it. This would be it. If I pick an art form and I pick surrealism, I'm picking Salvador Dali every day. If I'm picking Joe Classified and I have to pick Dreadnoks, then Ripper is the one I recommend for anyone who wants to see what a Dreadnok can do. This is an amazing character figure. So it also is one of the last of the regulars that I'm expecting in the line. We have a couple more that are on the way that were announced, like we know. From yesterday's Hasbro Pulse Live event, we know that Xandar is on his way. But let's see, we've got Buzzer, we've got Ripper. Monkey Wrench, I think, no, sorry, Torch there. Xander, we know Torch is on the way. Not Xander, Zartan himself, yeah, we got him early. And then Xander, Zarana, Monkey Wrench. I think that's one we're waiting on. I hadn't heard anything about that one yet. And then... what's his name, Thrasher or whatever, the one that drives the Rolling Thunder. We can almost just put a pause on that. I think we all know it's going to come at some point. We haven't heard a whole lot about it. There's been no firm anything. So, but you know, him, Road Pig, I could see them on the way. But we also know Naga Hide is on their way, like the later guys. So Dreadnok gang is going, and for now, until Naga Hide shows up, this is the one of choice. I think Naga Hide will look great, and I'm probably going to be as much, if not more, about Naga Hide when the time comes. But right now, this is the man. All right, we talked about that vehicle. Hey, really quickly, I know I watched our friend Aaron do a toy hunting vid in his area, and him and Missy went out and they went from Walmart to Walmart. It was, or Target to Target. I can't remember where they went. But I know I laughed when Aaron said he had to really convince her that morning. And I was like, I know what he means. If I did that, my wife would be like, yeah, well, you can go to the dollar store and you can buy some paper. So I don't know what that means. Maybe you got to pass me on some tips on convincing your spouse about shopping sprees. But Aaron, I saw you looking at this thing, and I think that was priced at like $12 or $10 or something like that. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. Where you were looking at it, and you had it in your hand, and I was like, "Don't do it, man! Don't do it, guys!" This is why I did my Toy Canada ones, is just to show you, like, this stuff has been sitting in our dollar stores forever, and if there's an interest in that, like, I could add that to one of the prize pools for sure. But Aaron, buddy, if you want one, let me know. I'll send it to you. Like, for $5, come on, don't pick it up at twice that. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get back to Ripper. I just wanted to mention that because I thought that was funny. So we've got that comic book image where you know he's a biker. But let's read this file card, okay? So Henry Nod, born of Grim Cape, Tasmania, is Ripper, the Dreadnok. And it says, there are devils in Tasmania, and Ripper is probably the meanest of them all. They don't use proper vernacular, just short form, was expelled from nursery school for extorting candy from his schoolmates and spent most of his adult life in various correctional institutes. He is a professional criminal, motivated by greed, and a malignant dislike for the niceties of civilization. Except for motorcycles. Specialty in modus operandi, edged weapons and cutting tools. It is known throughout the swamps for using his blade like a cross between a fireman's axe and a can opener to unlock gates and crack safes. There you go, guys. Further evidence that I do have a face for radio, right? I've read you the file card. We've gotten to know him, and he is a crazy psycho, as I see it, and I love it. But we got that background to say he's just as violent as he is cool looking, and as a big of a threat, and that's why he's a Dreadnok. So let's go through that head to toe. For the purposes of the head to toe, I'm just going to remove his accessories a bit. I'm going to pull them all off so that I don't forget to talk to them separately, because it's so easy to overlook them when they're tucked away in their holsters and their sheath, and I only do a one take. So there's been a couple of videos where I've forgotten about a pistol here and a knife there. All right, so we've got his accessories off, and those sunglasses are coming off so that I can show you again the piece de resistance pour la fez. Look at his face. Oh man. Oh, brother. Brother, that is one good sculpt. Oh, I gotta get the light better over here. You can't even. He's got the teardrop tattoo. He's got that faux hawk design, and just the way it's even styled, where he's combed it from the left and combed it from the right and formed it. And you could just picture him doing this, you know, like... You could picture him doing that, because that's exactly how good the head sculpt is. And then he's got these big razor blade earrings on both ears. Is it on both ears? No, on that ear. A razor blade earring, and maybe that's what they were looking at the box, not the sunglasses. But I thought that was a neat thing. And then he's got this gritty gunmetal gray chain of dog tags, eh? And I'm like, are those Joe kills or are they Valiver's kills? Where is this war right now? Because his head sculpt reminds me of things I've seen. Oh no, things I've seen on Valiver's. Like, I have looked into Valiver's Action Force or whatever they're called, and there's a deep interest there. But you know, this is the kind of head sculpt I expect for one of their soldiers, and I wish Joe had a soldier with this kind of look, you know, like we have a very traditional military Joe. But guys, I'll tell you something. When I left the Canadian Armed Forces, we had really loosened up and opened up our hair regs. Like, guys could grow hair. They could grow beards. I was growing a beard for the longest time because I had a medical condition. So I was allowed to grow a beard. One of the few armored soldiers allowed to do it. But then everybody was allowed to grow a beard a few years after that, like 10 years after that. So, I mean, like, a modern soldier can have... I wouldn't say with the faux hawk and everything, but I've seen a lot of similar styles and a lot of our guys at the gym working out. I know, yeah, this head worked so hard. Now, that faux hawk does have a little bit of a restriction in the head articulation on the back movement, because it does flow right down that neckline and down the... down almost to the shoulder, where the shoulder blades almost meet. And yeah, so that's about the only criticism I have with that. Let me get the glasses on there. Remember, I talked about how these could hurt your fingers when you go to put them on. I mean, like, these are very excellent little studs, right? Very punk rock, very biker. Lots of good stuff to be seen there. I'm just having a look under his necklace to see. No tattoos there. So let's talk about Joe tattoos for a minute. While I am impressed to see things like the Grim Reaper here on his shoulder, and you know, the occasional, what is this one? Looks like a claw bursting through his skin, going out the skin. He's got the tear marks, like the claws, an animal trying to break out of him. And then it looks like a demon, devil horns, kind of giving you the tongue, like that kind of a demon. So the thing about these tattoos is that is one where I'm like, okay, listen. Are those the only ones he's got? Yeah. Let's look at rock and roll for a second. Where are you at, Craig? Get down here. At first, I was impressed with tattoos because I saw the intention to do things like sleeve designs when I looked at rock and roll, and some actual tattoo like concepts, like the one on his hand that I see a lot of military guys kind of getting variations of, right? So the sleeve tattoo makes sense because, listen, we're not in the 40s anymore. You don't just go and get one or two tattoos with this new generation, right? It's about mosaic art and things like that. And one piece leads to another piece leads to another piece. So I'm usually more impressed when they follow that vein of thinking than just picking a few tough guy tattoos. Like, this is a game on Sims and you've got to put one on the left arm, one on the right arm. You could put one on the back, or whatever design games there are like that. Maybe it's a WWE old Xbox early 360 gen wrestler. It's like, oh, make your own wrestler. Oh, okay, there's a tattoo. Slap that there. slap that there. That's great. He's tatted up. There's no rhyme or reason, and this kind of alludes to it a little bit. Well, I like the art. Like he reminds me. I mean, it's not necessarily unrealistic at all. Some guys just get categories of tattoos on their body, and no rhyme or reason. Just yeah, I was drunk and I got it, whatever. And maybe that's it. Maybe he's a raging drinker and he just goes, keep it on my arm, hey, smile on my back. Right down, Zartan's the best. Yep, do it. You know, like whatever. So with this chest harness, I really do like this chest harness, but the tattoos are, I don't care. I don't. They're nice looking, but they don't look, you know, what I would hope. Anyways, yeah, the chest harness is really cool, and he's got these two fragmentation grenades, and like, yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes to tell which grenades are which on a Joe figure, because like fragmentation are easy. Those are your pineapple looking grenades, we know what they do. But you know, like Buzzer for example has a smoke grenade on here, and it's either going to be a smoke or a WP, white phosphorus, right? But without color details and paint, like, you know, a white band, a yellow band, or whatever, it's kind of hard to differentiate. And then you get fictitious grenades and flashbangs and nine bangers or whatever they're called, smoke, all that stuff. Yeah, it gets hard. So I like seeing fragmentation grenades on there, because that's the stuff these kind of bikers would get in a stolen arms crate. You would picture in a movie, be like, what do you get? Bunch of AK-47s and fragmentation grenades. Oh yeah, they are gang war. You wouldn't see a bunch of, well, that's WP and that's red smoke. He got 4 yellow smoke in case he wants to land a heli or whatever, right? So that's good. The camouflage t-shirt's a nice muscle shirt, and it's meant to highlight that muscle definition. I mean, they did put a little bit of definition into his chest rippness, like some muscle rippling there. But to highlight the tattoos is inconsequential. And then he's got this studded gold armband on his right arm that mine keeps slipping. And it's not covering a tattoo, but I wouldn't care if it did. Of course, he's been to more than a few Megadeth concerts and Kiss concerts. Who knows? Maybe Guar, you know. Definitely like that Slipknot for sure. Definitely got that feel like he's a concert goer, and I could see him as a roadie as much as I could see him as a Dreadnok, right? Both these guys could be roadies. Be like Wayne's World. I keep thinking of Wayne's World because that's what this show feels like sometimes. Like I'm just sitting there doing this in my basement and ridiculous things happen to me. So he's got beautiful jeans. I love this jean sculpt. Like they're not this. Are they the same sculpt? No. These are different sculpted jeans. Yeah. So when I did my Buzzer review, I talked about how these repurposed legs clearly are meant to look like jeans, but they had a weird stitch pattern. Seams where they looked like they were tactical pants that they had remolded from another character idea or something. These are badass jeans. I mean, these are jeans. First you get the pants, then you get the women, then you get the power. Right? So really good jeans with a nice brown leather belt. It's not an over-the-top studded belt. It's got rivets in there. Yeah, I like that. It's nice and humble. Very, very much something I would buy for my jeans. And he's got that chain belt that goes back. Does it clip? Yeah, okay. Well, it clips from one belt loop to another belt loop. It doesn't go to his wallet in his back pocket. Good on him. He's with the modern world. He probably uses his cell phone to pay for fucking everything. Pardon my language. It's been a weird day. So that packed holster on the back, on the leg. We'll get to the weapons in a second. That's for his pistol. And then the breastplate part, or the breast sheath for his knife. I gotta get back to using a pointer like I was taught. And then the boots. Yeah, another good pair of biker boots. Are these the same? No, these are different ones as well. So again, different boots than what Buzzer had, but let's get you in on those. I'll put those up close. Another good pair of solid leather. I wish they would do for boots. Especially the Dreadnok boots. You know, these guys are riding all day, getting in the dirt and doing stuff like that. I wish they would do for boots what they did for Hawk's jacket, right? The patina, the wearing, and the colors, right? This is what we should be doing for boots. This kind of leathering effect, right? I get that this was a triumph for a leather jacket, but it should be the commonplace for a leather boot. But the sculpt of the boots are phenomenal. I like those. Well, phenomenal is an overstatement. The sculpt of the boots are pretty damn good, boys. Pretty damn good indeed. All right, Buzzer, F off. This is not yours. We did yours. You failed with the glasses, remember? Sorry, guys. I'm just getting this up because I think what I'll do, oh dear, is after this video, I'll retrieve Zorana who just fell, so that's 2 shots. And we'll put Buzzer or Ripper on the shelf here in a second. So let's look at that kit. Okay, so the knife. We got this nice fighting knife with that knuckled protecting hilt there, the brass knuck hilt type. Really great knife. And that slides right into that chest sheath. Demonstrated here. There you go. And then we've got, of course, the glasses. Let's get them on. So you notice I'm going to leave the glasses on him because they relatively fit. They fit very well, and they can go up or down and not be flopping all over the place. Unlike that insubordinate Buzzer and his messed up glasses. The problem with Buzzer and his glasses, for me, was that the ears on Buzzer are smaller ears, and they don't have as much pronouncement at the top, separating from the side of the temple for the glass arm to seat upon. So they tend to flop down over it like this because there's nothing really to catch as much, right? And the plastic on the glasses is too thick. It just rolls right over it rather than tuck in. We don't have that problem with Ripper's glasses, and I'm going to check later to see if maybe my my roadblock glasses look better on them. But for now, those are the glasses you get. Not, you know what? I'm not going to take anything away from Roadblock. I freaking love that character. There's that Forged in Fire kind of, it almost like a flintlock almost, guys. I don't see any ammunition source to this at all. I almost feel like it's a single shot flintlock, and it's got a knife awkwardly positioned on it. So this must be for slashing and maybe popping a guy in the leg before he does it. But that, I can't. That's not a really great firearm, I don't think. There's that Joe pattern almost rifle with the mag clip. Maybe it is a battery. I don't know. Maybe that is a complete Joe rifle that Ripper got his hands on, and you know he did his little blacksmithing and did that. But there's a back post on the back of the vest, and you can do that ever good habit of putting your trigger mech on there and resting your whole rifle on your trigger mech. So it's a good thing to do. There are no safety implications, and you should always do it, well, you know, every chance you get there, guys. Now you know why I don't make this for kids. It's a ridiculous premise, but I can't see Hasbro changing it. So that's the kit there. And then, of course, we're leaving out, the Jaws of Life. All right, so why did I like this? I got into this part, and I saw the big old exhaust, the dangling line gas feed for it, the throttle trigger on the grip, it looks like, and a little selector switch almost. And then the pivoting there. They colored out the air filter, I think it is there. It's very well detailed and easy to do. And there's no trick to it. It's not like you got to pull something back to open it and then push it forward to close it. No, it's just a versatile piece of little kit. So it's and it works really well for the character, clearly, as it was part of the original kit you'd expect from him. But I was more surprised with just how simple did it with this, right? So, hey guys, I'm gonna go put them on the shelf, and I'm gonna walk you through the little tour. We'll talk a little bit about more with the contest and stuff, and show you the figures I get. And maybe I'll just quickly tell you like what I see on the shelves around that I'm like, yeah, I still see this, I still see that, still see this, and that'll give you guys a better idea for things that might show up in a contest with that figure. Or is it going to be one? We'll see. I'll tell you one thing though, we get the 350 contest, we go to the 500, we're going to have a lot of fun with contests down the road, guys, but right now we're under 150, so I really want to push it along for you guys and win you some stuff and get you some good stuff, because I really appreciate everything, but we'll go as we go. Some stuff going on in the comments, guys are asking about, can you get this? Can you get that? Yeah, I'm gonna get stuff like that, and if guys want to work at the trades, you know, like my email's in the channel description and whatnot. But I just want to be careful with this one, guys. It's I love doing this channel, but it's not gonna become a business. That's all. You know what I mean? Like, I will happily work out stuff with guys, but if I'm going to the mailbox every 3 days, or mail post office every 3 days to mail something, it's gonna get a bit noticed by my Niner domestic. I'm just having a hard time getting them up on there. Oh, whatever. We'll get that resolved. Hang on, sorry guys, I'll keep my back to you the whole time. Let's take you over to the Joe shelf for a bit. You can see I've been playing around a little bit. So, what do I got in here that I see a lot of? Crimson Vet, see a lot of that. Viper 3-packs, they're still around. Depends on where you go. Don't see Cobra Commander, Destro, the Crimson Strike team I see from time to time. Snowbat, don't see them anymore. Storm Shadow, don't see them anymore. Coils, don't see them anymore. Crimson Bat, occasionally I see them, but not often. Over here, Duke on the round, we're still seeing him. Rakondo, still seeing him. Still not seeing him as much. And actually, I'm laughing because eBay, it depends on where you go, but I've seen him going for a lot now. Same as Lady J, don't see her as much. And then we'll go up to the Joes. Retro Lady J, don't see her as much. Low Light I see from time to time. A few places got them, including Walmart, Toys R Us, and GameStop. Same story for Tunnel Rat. That's Falcone. I can still get Falcones out here. That doesn't look like Falcone, but trust me, that's Falcone under there. Scarlet, yeah, we can still get the Snake Guy Scarlet out here. Breaker Ram, no. Hawk, getting harder. Flint, no. Stalker, no. Grunt, sometimes. Shocklight, yeah. Helix, getting harder. Rock and Roll, getting harder. Roadblock, no. Desert Commando, Snake Eyes sometimes. The first Gung Ho, not so much. Steel Core Trooper, it depends on where you go, but they're really they're pushing that price on those. I'm gonna wait until they go down, and then I'm gonna buy a couple more and do stuff with. But right now, there's just no good price on them up here. So as my stingy ass sees it, right? Fixed income, retired. Python Patrol guys, seeing them at Toys R Us a bit. Firefly, still seeing him around. Tomax, Amont, no. Baroness, no. Destro, no. Copperhead, yes. Both variants of Copperhead, I'm seeing him. Croc Master's almost done. I can still find a couple, but it's not a great deal anymore. Zartan, no. Buzzer, no. Ripper, no, not right now. And then Zorana, who did the plummet, and is the reason why you're all getting an extra shot right now and getting blasted at whatever, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what time it is here. Yeah, I still see her rarely, actually, and she's usually overpriced for some reason. And then down here, guys, I know there was some interest in a couple of these, and as you know, I picked up a couple of these for a deal that I had worked out with someone. So Outback, yes. Slaughter, still yes. I still see him around from time to time at Toys R Us. Cover Girl, yeah, we still see her. Barbecue, yeah, still see him. Spirit, no, we don't see him. Snake Eyes, Toys R Us, but it's getting slimmer now, but I think he's still pretty available. Shipwreck, yeah, you guys saw it, Walmart, but that's about all. I've seen him at Walmart and Toys R Us. Nunchucks, kind of harder to find, but I have seen them around. Both variants of Bazooka are still around, but I get the feeling they won't be around for much longer. I don't know. But I'm probably gonna pick up a couple. I don't know. I might get myself a Tiger Force one. I might buy an extra red one because I think there's guys that need it, that wanted to do stuff with me or whatever. Dusty, still see him from time to time. He's getting a little harder. Of course, Retro Gung Ho. No, I see him at Toys R Us. No real deals there, but he's there. And then, of course, the torpedo. I see him at Walmart and Toys R Us, and yes, he's available. And that's it. And then, guys, I have been adding. I'm not, just to let you know, like yes, I'm going to work on my hovercrafts. That's why they're back down here. I'm trying to get my paints inside, but I really want to get those done. I need to focus on a project, so I got to get this one done up for Cobra. That's why the bear is on it. It's like, how do you ignore a bear in your basement, man? But just to let you know, as far as what those little cards are looking like, I know they're not great. Some of them I'm probably going to redraw a better version, but for now, I was happy with my General Hawk. And there's your Scarlet, your Stalker, your Grunt, your Snake Eyes. And then, because it got suggested, I think DMAC suggested Jinx. And, of course, our friend Aaron suggested Storm Shadow. So, like, I'll just keep doing all that, guys. And that's it for the review. What's your tack grade on Ripper, tack, and play grade? Both A+. Tattoo grade, C-. Bro, go get yourself some better ink. Trust me, guys, I'm talking at my ass. I don't have good ink. I just got his shitty ink on me. So, anyways, that's it for the Tactical Perspective toy review. If you liked it, you know what to do. You like it. You hit like. You subscribe. You share. And we try to get to that 350. We get some stuff given away. It's going to get added to, I think. But, I mean, it's just for fun, guys. And like I said, when we get closer to that 350, I'm going to give you some details about how to do the contest. But you have to be subscribed. And you're going to have to start commenting on which Joes you want to see in that prize. Not Joe figures. I know there's a long list, but if you want to participate and say, hey, I put a suggestion into that little art project of his, then throw it into the comments. And I'm going to have to go back and edit some of the videos to warn others if they're joining. The contest got bumped down from 500 subscribers to 350 because I value this small market. And I really want you guys to eventually get something back from me more than just headaches and sore ears and a little bit of good Joe knowledge. I think that's about it for today. Like I said, I'm working on that other one. And we will catch you guys next time on the Tactical Perspective. Bye.